Okay. Well, good morning, everyone. My name is Jennie Vargas. I am the Employee Engagement Specialist from Strategy and Integration. So a little bit about Strategy and Integration. We are the department that leads the effort to make the people concerned the social service agency to work for in LA County. So we just want people to be clamoring to work for the agency. And one of the ways that we do that is by helping the agency improve and grow. And so we do that by collecting data and analyzing it. So approximately every 6 months, we send out an employee engagement survey so that we can ask staff what their experience is like and how we can improve as an agency to improve workflow and efficiency. We also support improving systems so that we are more effective in our jobs. So one of the ways we've done that is we created SharePoint. I don't know if some of you have heard about it yet, but I'm going to talk more in depth about it. SharePoint is a website that we have for our employees where they can find information and forms that are useful to everyone. So like HR forms, the mileage form, payroll calendar, things like that that you would need as an employee. Those forms are available for everyone on that site. For my role, I am mostly focused on I send out all the internal emails to staff. So I'm not sure if everyone received the town hall by call email this morning. Did everyone get it? If someone didn't get it, you can send me a message on here and I'll take your name down and then I'll make sure that you're on that email list. And if you did get it, well, that's great. You're going to keep getting emails from the people concerned, and the email address that it comes under is staff news. So when you get those emails, that's sent to all staff across the agency. And so I send out emails to all staff about trainings like the overdose prevention and administration of Narcan training, which happens every month. I share important information, like with the pandemic going on, we have an ongoing email that's titled Coronavirus Response Information. So any updates that are important to our colleagues about coronavirus, that goes on there. And also just promoting agency-wide events like the town hall. So we have a town hall where our CEO answers staff's questions that are submitted anonymously. He shares agency updates or information, and those are every first and third Tuesday of the month, and they happen over conference call. So you can submit a question anonymously. He'll read it and answer it during the call, and those are recorded. So if they happen at 3:15 p.m. first and third Tuesday of the month. So if you're not able to make it, you can always go on SharePoint and listen to the recording. So we try to make it accessible as possible to staff. And then the other part of my job is planning big agency-wide events. So one of those events is the People CoCon, which was formerly known as the Networking Fair. As you're aware, we are a big agency with over 500 employees. So one of the ways that we wanted to foster collaboration and connection between staff was by creating this networking fair where we had tables for every program to be represented, and then staff would come and go to each table, ask questions about the programs, and get to know each other a little more through that way. It ended up growing bigger, so that's why we renamed it to People Co-Con, because it now is a convention. So now we still have that networking portion, but then we also have Q&A sessions where we have certain departments like Sojourn, our domestic violence program. They do a presentation, and then staff can attend and ask questions. So that's more in depth. There's also activities happening throughout the day. We have like bingo, and we raffle gift cards. We've had a volunteer photographer take headshots for staff so they can put on their LinkedIn for free. So it's become more interactive and much more than just go to a table and talk to someone about a program you've never interacted with. So that's some of the things that I do. I'm going to share my screen so that I can talk to you about the engagement opportunities that are available at the agency. If at any time you have a question, please feel free to interrupt me and I'll answer it. Does anyone have any questions so far? I know I said a lot. No questions? Sounds good. Okay. Let me share my screen. Okay, can everyone see my screen so far? Wait, hold on, I can't see anyone. So can someone tell me if they can see my screen? Let's see. Yes, okay.
Yes, I can.
Yes, I can see it.
Thank you very much. Okay, that works. Okay, so engagement opportunities at People Co. These are activities that you can participate in. You can, some of them are committees, some of them are events, they're trainings. So these are things that you can get involved in with planning or attending. So we have a book club that happens once every quarter. You're going to be able to see more information about what book we're going to be reading for the next quarter. We have an event called Day in the Park, which is a day for staff appreciation. And what we do is, I don't know if some of you know where Kenneth Hahn Park is, but I think it's considered Culver City. It's a pretty big park where we have a day where staff go to the park and we have food catered, we have games going on, we give out raffle tickets, and then we raffle off a lot of gift cards. It's mainly done to just appreciate staff, have a fun time, and again, get to know, foster a connection. Then we have the Diversity and Inclusion Committee.
Sorry to interrupt. I was at admin office and noticed there is a tentative date for August for that event. Is it still happening or has it been postponed due to COVID?
Yeah, that was the date that we were going to have it, but because of the pandemic, that's canceled. So yeah, unfortunately, we won't be having that event this year, but that is one of the yearly things that we do as an agency. We also have the Diversity and Inclusion Committee. They meet once a month. So if you're interested in getting involved with that, you can definitely attend those meetings. We have a harm reduction task force, and they just make sure that the harm reduction model is ingrained in our culture. Intra-agency communications action team. They produce the staff newsletter, which shares updates about the agency. We name the new hires, promotions, and we're looking to see how we can also highlight work anniversaries. We also have the Lunch and Learn Committee and events. So we have an event every 3 months, and it's basically on a topic, and staff are welcome to join in. And we do provide lunch, so that's why it's called Lunch and Learn. People CoCon, like I mentioned, it's the agency networking fair. We usually have it twice a year, but because of the pandemic, that's also an event that we aren't able to do. There is a safety committee, making sure that we have the best safety practices across the agency. SharePoint, which I lead because I'm involved with SharePoint and adding information on there. So if you're more of a tech person and like anything having to do with information sharing, that's a committee that you can join as well. We have the Social Justice Jam, which focuses on putting on quarterly events for on social justice topics. So they vary. We've done one on environmental, on the environment. The other one was on homelessness. And then there's also a trauma-informed care committee, and they do trainings. So if you want to be a trainer or participate in a training, that's an option. So if these committees are interesting to you and you would want to join a committee and be involved, the first thing that you would need to do is talk to your supervisor, because it's important that you participating in a committee, that you have enough time in your work schedule to do it. It has to be on paid time, and it can't be you volunteering your free time or getting overtime for it. So it's definitely a conversation that you need to have with your supervisor to make sure that it fits within your schedule. So once you talk to your supervisor and you get approval for participating in a committee, then you can email strategy and integration at S&I at the People Concern, or Sandy at the People Concern, to let us know which committee you're interested in. And then we connect you with the leader of that committee, and then they'll take it on from there, and you're able to participate and help out. Then we also have professional development opportunities and support events, and events that support staff at our agency. So there's Case Management University. Those are led by Carrie, our learning director. There's the Employee Engagement Survey, which I talked about a little bit. The employee resource groups, that's one of the newest things the agency has launched. And it's basically support groups for staff with shared experience. So there's an LGBTQ support group, there's one for people leaders, there's one for Black employees, there's another one for Black leadership, there's another one for people of color, and we're trying to get more groups launched, like one for Latinx, and I forget what the other one is. I think the other one is staff that have to interact with police force. So there's also Lean on Me, which is another support group for staff. And that one really focuses on making sure that you focus on self-care because of the work that we do. There's vicarious trauma and compassion fatigue associated with that. So that's one of the ways that we support staff. Then you can attend the Lunch and Learns. We have a mentoring program, and that is a 9-month cohort that happens where we pair staff mentees with mentors, which are also staff. So depending on what you're looking for in a mentor, we try to connect to people that have similar goals so that they can help each other out. Then there's the People Leader Academy, which is a training that all leadership goes through. And that happens for about 5 weeks. And then we also have the Town Hall by Calls, which is where our CEO answers questions, and he does it the first and third Tuesday of the month for 30 minutes. Does anyone have any questions? I know I said a lot, but any questions?
Yes, I was wondering if
okay. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I'm sorry. Jenny, I had a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that each of these committees have a time commitment, time allotted. Are these Zoom meetings? Are these over the phone? Are these in person? I guess it varies.
Before the pandemic, there were in-person meetings, but all of them across the agency right now are being done through Zoom.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. And Austin?
Yeah, I'm sorry if you already said this and I missed it. This flyer, what we're looking at right now, is that going to be something that we're going to get in our email, or like a resource that we're going to be able to have? It's really cool.
Yeah, I emailed it to, I want to say everybody, but if you didn't get it from me, then I will definitely send that your way.
Also, sorry to interrupt, but it's in the binder that they gave us with the 1 and 2 dividers. It's in the back.
Oh, in the welcome packet? Thank you. I
Yes.
didn't see it in the back there. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for that. Yes, Carrie does have that. But I'll send it through email just to make sure. And if there's anyone else that needs it through email that didn't get it from me already, let me know and I'll send that to you. But this information is also on SharePoint. So that's the next part of what I will be showing you. So let me open this up real quick. So I'm going to give you a little tutorial on SharePoint. So the easiest way to go to SharePoint, if you haven't gone on the site yet, is by going to the People Concern website. So that's thepeopleconcern.org. And you're going to scroll down through all this lovely content. And at the bottom right corner, you're going to see Employee Login. So you're going to click there. And then you're going to be asked, if you haven't logged in yet through your web browser, they're going to ask you for your Microsoft account. And that's basically your work email and your work email address. So you enter your work email and then you put your password and you sign in. And then it'll direct you to SharePoint. If for any reason your work email doesn't work, you should try your computer password. If your computer password doesn't work, or you know that you forgot your email password, there's no way to reset it yourself. So you're going to, if you're completely locked out of your email, then you're going to have to ask your supervisor to email techsupport@thepeopleconcern.org so that they can request a password to be reset. And then they'll give you that password and then you'll be able to log in again. But if you have no issues and you enter your work email and your work email password and then you're in, you are going to see this page. And so this is the home page for our SharePoint site. So it says, welcome to the People Concerns SharePoint page. These are some quick links down here. If you scroll a little bit more, we have the People Code directory. So if you're trying to find someone's email or someone's work number, this is where you would go. We have the coronavirus information page. If you click on this icon, it'll take you to that page. Our people co-locations. So let me see. There's also, these are menu. There's, this is a menu bar. So if you hover over this, there's 3 different pages that you can go to: the coronavirus information page, safety plans. You can learn more about our Vision 2028. Let me go to admin and finance. So here gives you a little bit of a description what you can find, like the payroll calendar, the mileage form, W-4 forms. So if you scroll down, you're going to see administrative forms, like an office supply order, a business card request form. Let me click on the mileage claim form. So when you click on it, you're going to be able to, you're not going to be able to edit or input any information on this, but you're going to be able to view the form and download to your computer. And then once it's on your computer, you can fill it out. So that's the mileage form. Let me go back. Then there's also, so under department and program, there's different departments and their pages. So there's arts program, compliance and evaluation, the grievance forms, a human resources page, which is a common page that staff go to. They also have an HR compliance bulletin board. The employee handbook is here in English and in Spanish. Let's see. If you need to submit an emergency contact, the form is there. Evaluation tools, anything having to do with monthly supervision is on there. If you keep scrolling down, you can see there's different files for employee benefits information about the difference card. We have some employee discounts, Skechers, and other flyers on there. Under staff engagement, there's the agency committees page, agency-wide communications, mostly the events that are provided for staff. So the employee resource groups. Let me see if it loads. Does anyone have any questions so far? Feel free to interrupt if you have a question. So more about the employee resource groups. Here you can read all about what these are.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, it's a little loud. We're in the same office.
Okay.
Okay, so my question is for new staff who are trying to access SharePoint.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it will tell them like they don't have access. And when I tried to do that, it just took some time, but someone does approve that, right? They need to request access to something first.
Yeah, so usually I will send access to new hires. So you might have already gotten an email from me that says Jennifer Vargas has shared this website with you. And then you click on the link in that email and it'll take you to SharePoint. But if you click on the link and it tells you don't have access, then it'll give you the option to request access, and then I will get that email and I'll approve it. And then you should be able to have access to it. But if you have any problems with accessing SharePoint, even after you've received that email, then you can always email strategy and integration, and we'll take it from there, and we'll figure out what the problem is.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anyone else have any other questions? No? Okay. So yeah, this is the employee resource group page. So there's a description about what the ERGs are. You can look at the schedule, which tells you when the next meeting is happening, and these are all through Zoom. They're for 1 hour long. And if you keep scrolling down, you can see the Ally Awareness Group, the description of that group, who facilitates it, when it occurs, weekly meetings on Thursdays at 3, and then the link to join the Zoom meeting. So that's how it is set up for all the ERG groups that we have going on. And that's pretty much it with SharePoint. Oh, let me take you to the Town Hall by Call SharePoint page. So let me see. I have to move this. Okay, so Town Hall by Call. So here you'll be able to see the call number, the access code, so that you can join in for the town hall. You'll see the next date. The next town hall is going to be July 21st at 3:15 p.m. And then here are all the recordings and the dates that from the previous town halls. So you can go on there and you can listen to the recordings and stay up to date. And that's pretty much it. That's SharePoint in a nutshell. Does anyone have any lingering questions? No? All right, well, it's lovely meeting you all, even if it's virtual. Welcome to the People Concerned, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thank you. You as well.
Appreciate you, Jenny. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
All right.
Bye now.
Goodbye. Bye.